He's been harsh. It's a bit of a morale issue as well, but if we can get that back up, I think he can go and do well. Here he is on the ball now.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with St Etienne. In today's episode we have got two games coming up. It's another away game, and then finally we end that streak of away games that we have been playing against Angers after a game against FCSM. Team I'm not too familiar with. I was having a bit of a profile check on them. They have actually won 2 league titles in the past, quite a number of years ago now though, so not really the team that is a massive threat, but hopefully we should be able to do alright against them. Since last time it's not been the best for us really. We have managed to start to pick up a bit of form, but we went without a win in the first 6 games, only picking up 1 draw. It just, it was a really crazy time, really transitional period, and we just weren't able to find the football that we wanted, but it wasn't all that bad. Our performances weren't, dead awful, to be honest. This Strasbourg game was probably the worst of the lot really. We only lost by 1 goal in every other one of the other losses that we had. We had a draw against Nice there, and then in games against Lens, Monaco, Toulouse, we should have won that game really, but we just didn't. We finally got a massive win over Lyon there, and then a 1-0 win away against Naz. We had a bit of a break, as you can see here, and we've done some friendlies to try and get the sharpness up with our youth teams, and now we are ready to go for these 2 games. We have made 1 more signing, which we will take a look at when we go and announce his team that is ready for the game against FCSM. So the team for this game against FCSM, we've got our new signing of Brassier. Lilian Brassier comes into this team, experienced player, 334 games at 33 years of age. He gives us a bit of depth in at centre back and left back. We have gone and signed him on loan. We may go and make it a permanent deal, just a bit concerned about the age, whether or not he will slow down quite significantly, but he's a very solid player that we have brought in to add to that squad depth. This squad is now pretty much complete, with Matsuda leaving as well. We did have a big injury for Barber in that game against Strasbourg. He did break his leg or fractured it, so he's been out, and Musgrove out as well. But anyway, the team on the pitch is not looking too bad. It starts with Jarwin in goal, a backline of Smith, Gomez, Liddell and Johnson. We've got Mole, Nuhard, Dukas in the middle, Guy on the left, Sheriff, who starts on the right these days, and Diakite up top. It's kick-off here in this game against St Etienne. I guess the real talking point of this team, we do obviously have no Barker in at right back, which is frustrating, but the key thing is to look at this is Sheriff returns to this team now. He was complaining about his playing time, which is fair. I think we were quite harsh on him to not give him a lot of starts. He does still have a lot of potential and a very good ability, but I just don't know if he's what we want at a striker. I think we've got a real good player in Diakite so far in this season. Gone and got himself 4 goals, 2 assists in 7 starts. I think he's looking just really solid overall. But Sheriff, we've been quite harsh on him to drop him out of the team in the way that we did at the end of last season, and then as well at the start of this one. I think on the right side with Musgrove. Musgrove is a good player, but I think he needs a bit of competition, to be honest, on that right side. And I think Sheriff on the right can be really good. He's done well in the games that he has played. We've been harsh. It's a bit of a morale issue as well, but if we can get that back up, I think he can go and do well. Here he is on the ball now. Sheriff scores. Lovely finish from our number 9 there, and he could well just be getting a place in this team for good now. That is lovely stuff from him there. He puts it right on his left foot. He's got space to run into, and maybe it's just about finding that new position for him. We did obviously originally play him on the right side, then he moved up to striker. I think right side could definitely work out for him. He is still a very good player, but there is a lot of competition on that right side already, and he was, at the start of this season at the real bottom of the pecking order, but I think if he can continue to play in that way, then there's no reason why he can't go and get a place in this team, especially with Musgrove being out and not being back for quite a bit of time. Still a few weeks left. Sheriff can really go on a good run of form, and hopefully get his place back in this team, because we know he is a very capable player, and he was very capable when he did play. It's just inconsistencies, but I think we've really struggled with finding a good striker wherever we've been. To be honest, the only real one who got it nailed on was probably Nacho Ferry, and even he went on that terrible run of form. Here's Diakite in the middle though. He could be the next good striker. He's had a very good start to the season, as we saw there. I think he's just a very solid striker who he was probably the best player in a relegated team, and probably a good relegated team as well, you know. So it's good. It's a good deal that we got him on for, I think, what was it, like 200,000-300,000, something like that. There were so many options we had in for a striker. I think we had like offers, like price tags accepted for like 5 strikers, but ultimately, you know, when different factors were considered, it all came down to Diakite. I think we've got ourselves a very good player. There's 4. The first half gone. There was a goal there for the opposition. A win here would take us to 3 straight wins in a row, and a game against Angers as well. A bit more of a favourable game. You know, we've had a few difficult games at the start. One in particular was a PSG game where it was only an 80th minute goal that denied us of picking up a point at home. That doesn't sound like the best thing, but we actually were really going at them in that game, so it was quite unlucky to lose in the end, but they just got it in the end on the 80-minute mark, and that was that really. But you know, at the start of the season, it feels like we're having some tough games, and then the kind of the more favourable games are coming in, and this is the spell we're going into. I think if we start to get a more nailed-on team, which we are having now, we just need Barber to return, and then there's a ball into the middle here. Actually, we'll take a look at this. Newhard from range. Can he have the shot? That's what he does. It's a lovely finish. It's 2-1 here in this game. Another early goal to start off this second half. It's a lovely finish. Ducos with an absolutely insane ball from that deep. He's done really, really well, and his midfield partner in Newhard is just waiting on the edge of the area. No mistake there. He just slots it right into that bottom right corner, and that is 2-1 after 50 minutes here. We're going to climb up to, in the table, 13th place. Obviously, we have a lot of recovery work to do off the back of a bad start. It's never ideal, but it just feels like this is what's happening wherever we go, really. And I think that if we can, you know, the recovery work won't be too much. I think we've got a very capable team who can go and get those results. We need to make sure we don't go into another rut again where we can't get out of it at the start of the second half of this next season. Or this season, the second part of this season, that's what I'm trying to say. At the start of that, we don't want to drop off the form, but we're not too many points off that Conference League spot. Ideally, we want to get in there nice and early and just start to solidify that. We are only 3 points behind it now, and the team who are there are Strasbourg, the team who we did lose to. There's a lot of teams I'm seeing here that we have not played. Auxerre, Metz, Angers, who we'll play against next, Troyes we haven't played against, Dijon. Those are, you know, we should be getting, 11 out of 15 points in those games, and 5 more games on top of this is the 9th game playing. That would make it 21 after 14. That's a very, very good tally, you know. 3 more games, and that would take us up. If we got 2 out of 3 wins in the next one, that would be the same start as we had in the first half of last season, and I think we can get that and just go and have even a slightly better end to. I mean, it would literally be a few wins more than we got last year, then we will get that Conference League spot. It's just about getting that second half and obviously starting off well with this first half of the season. 2-1 up here. It's been a very impressive display. We had 14 shots within the first 40 minutes. Slowed down a little bit here, and it looks like a bit of pressure will be put onto us now. I'm looking at a few potential defensive changes. Here we have Gomez there, who is on a yellow, but I think we probably will keep him on. I'm potentially thinking of bringing Brassier on in at left back, and then we can't. There's not really much we can do for Johnson. It's a good save there by Jaowen. We'll probably bring Liddell off as well, to go and bring him in. To be fair, you know, these boys, Liddell and Musgrove, we bought them in from Liverpool last year. They've been alright, but we need a bit more from them. I do feel like existing players have clearly done better than them. They've had quite a lot of time as there is a goal here for the opposition. Let's just go and focus on these changes. Gonzalez in there, and the old centre-back pairing returns. Brassier in there, and then I am going to bring Guy off, who has had a slow game, for Nils Frolin, who I think in his first appearance of the season did get an assist within like a minute. With so much quality in this team, it is kind of hard to get him in as much as we want to, but in the both wins that we've had, he has played in both of them, so I guess that must be a sign of something. And I think he is the old reliable. You know, we try to focus on bringing quality in when we need it, but you know, he's always going to pop up with an assist or a cheeky goal every now and again, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and does it here again, because he is an absolute borderline glory legend, and there's no reason why he can't go and do it. Here's Gonzalez over to Johnson on this right hand side. It finds Sheriff. Sheriff is going to look to run potentially. He's not able to though. It's dispossessed. Now Johnson is going to track back to win this back. The shot goes in and that's well over in the end. Jarwin doesn't even get a hand to that to send it over for a corner. We could look to a potential midfield change here. We do obviously have the quality in midfield to go and do that, which is something we'll go and do now. I'm going to bring Blazquez on. We do have a sharp Musavu actually. Whether or not we do all of them is to be decided. Could we move one of these back who are playing in the midfield? We can't. We don't actually have a lot of defensive midfield depth. I'm going to bring Dukos off for Musavu there, and then we'll make it, just leave that change. We do have one more stoppage if we want to go and make it in a moment here. 2-2 the scoreline. It's been a very eventful game, but we want to get over the line ideally. Here's Brassier, finds Musavu in the middle. New hard back post. Sheriff is there. Headers in. Diakite, he's put it over. It was very, very close. A very tough angle to go and get the goal from, but you know, very close to getting that third goal, making it 3-2 here in this game. It's annoying. It is annoying because 10 points would have obviously been a big milestone for us. If we can't get over the line today, then maybe it is just against that in that game against Angers. The final few moments of this game. It's been a very eventful one. There's one final chance. Is there a late winner on the cards? Johnson finds Musavu. Can he go and play in the middle? He does. Back post. Frolin is there. That would have been absolutely incredible, but it just skims over the bar in the end. That was start. Imagine that for a moment, but it didn't happen. It's a good game overall, and at least we're on the up from that bad start to the season. And the team for this second game of the day against Angers starts with Jarwin in goal. Backline of Smith, Gomez, Liddell, Johnson. We've got Chukwu, who starts in the only change. Nuhard, Dukos ahead of him. Guy, Sheriff and Diakite up top. Kick off here in this game against Angers. Big game for us. You know, we want to be picking up the 3 points, especially with it being at home, and continue that unbeaten streak. We did actually end last season on an unbeaten streak off the back of what was a very poor start to it. So if we can get something similar going on here, and as well, whilst we do have these favourable matchups, although we did draw that game against FCSM, who you can see there have now gone up to 11th place. Still, aside from that, we would like to ideally go on and just pick up points. We have to. It's a matter of we have to if we want to go and get that top 6 spot. But I think this team, especially with all the potential that they have, are really starting to develop into a really solid one, a team that you know, is going to cause problems. They may not be at the position where they are a problem, like a massive problem for many teams when they see St Etienne, but when teams see that they will play against us, they're thinking, you know, we're going to have to be on our A game today if we want to put in a good performance, because if not, then we really will catch them out. As a goal does go in here for Angers after 18 minutes. Got to be defending a little bit better on those wings particularly. We've had a few tactical shifts as well, as expected, to do with the set pieces. We actually delegated them to the set piece coach, which makes a bit more sense. It was in control with me, but I decided to let it go, and that will not only help us in the defensive but also in the attacking, which is one that we have here. Smith is going to play this ball back post. Liddell tries to get up for it. He's not able to. Nuhard now is advancing. He plays it to the edge of the area. Nuhard on the ball. He has the shot, and it's just, I was looking around the corner to see if he could go and get it in, but it's he's not wrapped it around enough, and it's very unlucky to not go and get a goal there, as he did score in the last one with that similar type of shot. A win here today would take us up in the place of Angers, so in 13th place, potentially past Troyes. Probably not, because of the goal difference that we do have. We can take a look at that there. What is actually above? Yeah, it's just their formation, but we're not really too bothered about that. I did appreciate when I didn't have this, and when you can actually customise your touchline tablet, but I guess you can't anymore. We're on the attack here. We have been quite positive really on the whole, but it doesn't matter if we don't have the all-important goal that we need as the opposition will look to try and attack now down this right-hand side. Defender required. It's Smith at left-back, and it will be now Guy, who's come over to cover the ball. Does go all the way in behind, though. It smacks off the crossbar off the back of a Jarwin save, and I don't know how we've managed to get it in a position where it can even get to the crossbar, but it did. We need to make a marked improvement in the second half if we want to go and pick up those all 3 points that we are striving to go and get. Here's Angers on the ball once again in the midfield. Not many men in numbers here. If we can win this ball back, turn it over nice and early, would be ideal. Jarwin's got a minute to try and get this ball up the field. Where will he go? At 201 centimetres, by the way, on his right side. Liddell, he's not short by any stretch of the imaginations, and he looks like he still completely towers over him. Here's Guy on the ball, over the top. I don't know what he tried to do. I guess I can see the vision. He might try it again here. Where's he going to go? He finds Smith with a lovely ball. He's advancing now down this left side. He plays the ball into the middle for Diakite. It falls back out to Johnson. Can he go and play the ball? And he finds Sheriff, pulls it back to Johnson. Can we go to the edge of the area or go all the way in? And it's into the hands of the Angers goalkeeper. It just looked a bit rushed, a bit panicky in the end, what we were trying to do there, just within that whole minute. Here's Chukwu, one final chance. Nuhard finds Dorcas, can he play Johnson in behind, or Sheriff even? It is Sheriff who finds himself on the ball now, but nothing comes from that. In the end, a good first half of football from both teams, but it is the opposition who lead us here in our own backyard, so we really need to go and up our game if we want to come away with the result that we are looking for. We'll go a bit more positive, we need a bit more from that man on the ball right now. Guy, he's supposed to be the real star man in this team, but he's just not showing it recently. Getting a bit complacent could be the argument with what's going on with him there. 50 minutes gone. We're playing some good football, but ultimately we don't have what we want. We could look to go and make a few early changes, particularly in that midfield or on that left side. Here is Smith on the ball. He's had a very good game, to be fair, very influential. He's played it to the back post, and I don't know who's headed it. It might have been gone straight over with a hand, because it is a check with the VAR to see whether or not it has hit the hand. Now, I'm actually going to do these penalties because they change all the time for some reason. Who do I want on it? Do I want Sheriff? We'll put Diakite on. Yeah, why not? We'll go with Diakite as our striker, I guess the sharp striker, to see if he can go and put this away. Whether or not it will actually be a penalty, the check is going on, and the check says that it will be a penalty. And Diakite's got the chance to go and get his 5th league goal of the season. Or is it? Oh, I thought it was going to be a free kick then, but luckily Diakite was just going to collect that ball from the player there. Diakite with this penalty, and he places it right into that bottom left corner. It was some very interesting technique. I'd go and have a look at that again if you didn't quite catch it, but it's a good finish. And it's I don't know if he's just tried to catch out the goalkeeper. He's tried to go very quick maybe, but he's walked it into. It's a very good finish, quite powerful. Walked it into that bottom left corner, and we can be very happy. I think that's a very deserving goal, to be honest, and we'll go and offer up our praises and see if we can go and get this second goal. They're not happy with that. I mean, you should be happy. They have gone and got the goal. They've had to work for that. Really good stuff. We are playing on the whole, but they're not happy with it. Who knows? Let them play their football. Here's Sheriff on the ball. He can go into the midfield with a pass through the needle there. He finds Sheriff on the ball once again. Nuhard, lovely ball in behind for Diakite. He's put it wide. He's absolutely bottled it. He's fluffed his lines. He's got to be doing better there. It's a lovely ball in behind, and it looked like he stayed onside. It didn't look like originally, but I guess he did. Here's Sheriff on the ball once again. He's had another good game as well. With Musgrove on the bench, the competition is there. It started where it may not have been originally at the start of the season. Now it is, and you know what? Fair play. Why not let it be? Over on that far side, Angers find themselves on the ball. They've not been able to get into this one in this second half at all, really, so we don't want to let them if we don't have to. They find themselves down the left hand side, and ball in behind it slipped in, and it does go in once again, and it's a lovely save from Jowin there. After 62 minutes, we will go and look to make a few changes. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna bring on Frolin on that left hand side. I'm gonna bring Nuhard off, or Dorcas. I'm gonna bring Dorcas off for Musavu, and then potentially bring Blazquez on. Musavu is quite solid. He has been quite solid. He's very sharp, I think, is the key thing with him. And then I'm also going to make one change at the back. Bring Gonzalez on for from Liddell. It was there, with him being on a yellow, and just see out this game, particularly in the defensive part, and prioritise trying to get this second goal that we are looking for to win us the game here. To come away with 2 draws today would be frustrating, to say the least. I think we were playing really good football before we came on camera, but if you've been around this channel for quite some time, you will know about the camera curse. We just decided to throw it all off a cliff when we do come on camera. But to be fair, I think we have been deserving of at least 4 points from today's episode, so if we only come away with 2, it would be quite frustrating. We're going to offer up some more words of encouragement there. Go and make some final changes here. I'm going to bring Blazquez on there, and then I also want to bring on, is there any others in particular that I want to make? I'm quite happy with that for now. We could bring Sheriff off. He has had a good game. I'll bring Boto on. He is nice and sharp, and with 5 minutes left in the game. I think he is the real player off the bench we should look to try and get us that goal to win us the game here very late on. 88, 89 into the 90 minutes, 3 minutes of added time. Are we going to get the goal to win us this game? It doesn't look like it. Still work to be done, but at least we're on a 4-game unbeaten run in the end, but not to be in terms of wins in today's episode. So there you have it. We've got to see a bit of the quality that this team does have at present. We are a few points off the relegation spots now with those all important points, and hopefully the only way is up from here. If you did enjoy that episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all with this little tune. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.